The future. It's a remarkable place just beyond today. It's for all who reimagine yesterday's ideas for a new beginning. This community is for the dreamers, the doers, those who see tomorrow's goals as today's opportunities. See, the future is a melting pot of fresh starts, do-overs, second chances, and new beginnings to build a legacy and culture of inspiring individuals. Our community was forged to challenge the meaning of retirement, with a willingness to not quit and overcome adversity head-on, no matter what blocks our path or stands in our way. A new paradigm has been established to foster our shared commitment to moving forward by building on the past. Because education is for those that seek to explore the wonders of the world, at any age, across every discipline. These walls and windows are not to conceal, but to be a beacon to the curious, the determined, the ones that say, "I'm not done yet." Our hearts in the heart of Tempe want to reach out to cultivate new beginnings and a brighter future for all of those who call this community home. This place, this city, this university, we've all come together for this one moment right here to change the status quo and inspire not only ourselves, but the world we live in. This is Mirabella at ASU. And what does the future hold? We can't wait to find out.
Hello, and welcome to the grand opening of Mirabella at ASU. My name is Lindsay Beagley, Director of Lifelong University Engagement, and on behalf of all of the collaborators who work to bring this visionary community to life, we are thrilled you could join us today to recognize and celebrate this much anticipated milestone. As you saw from the video, the vision for this community challenges the boundaries of the current status quo in both senior living and higher education. It required all stakeholders to not only lead an effort that was well beyond their industry's traditional comfort zones, but also align around a common vision that has never been done before, not to mention do it in an unprecedented global pandemic. Our shared commitment to this vision has brought us to this day, and we couldn't be happier to see the newest members of ASU's campus community begin to move into their beautiful new home. I am honored to introduce our first speaker, President of Arizona State University, Dr. Michael M. Crow, who nearly 8 years ago was the originator of the notion that ASU should embrace a community of lifelong learners right on campus.
Hi, Michael Crow here. Sorry we can't all be together to get Mirabella off and launched. I mean, it's a beautiful, wonderful facility. It's probably, it is one of the greatest living and learning centers built. It's a fantastic opportunity for people to come and to live their lives immersed inside a university community with all of the services and all of the assets and just everything that you need to make things happen. So we're deeply committed to moving this project forward. We see this as an important part of the evolution of the university, the engagement in what we call the universal learning process, the universal learner, a person learning across the entirety of their life. It is a place that if you're here and you're at Mirabella, you're at ASU, you're a part of ASU, so we're looking forward to working with you. It's a great environment for living, but I think it's also a great environment for learning. We're hopeful that you'll be able to engage the faculty, the staff, the students in lots of different positive and constructive ways, so we're looking forward to that. We think 2021, obviously 2020 is one of those weird years, so every year that's double-double. 10-10, not so good. 2020, not so good. We don't have to worry about that again until 30-30, so we got some time. 2021 is going to be, we think, a fantastic year to get this project off the ground and get it launched. Very excited to be here. Very proud to be a partner with this project. I want to thank the founding members. I want to thank the architects that have designed this beautiful building, the construction team. It's been a fabulous project to watch going up. Pacific Retirement Services and ASU Enterprise Partners University Realty. The team really came together. Fantastic project from every angle imaginable. Looking forward to making this all work. And welcome everybody to ASU.
Part of ASU's charter is to assume fundamental responsibility for the economic, social, cultural, and overall health of the communities it serves. It has been essential from the beginning to earn the continued support of our partners at the City of Tempe for a development project that has such significant impact on the landscape of the Tempe community. I'm pleased now to introduce you to City of Tempe Mayor Corey Woods.
I think it's huge when you have a senior population, a group of lifelong learners who are right in the heart of the Mill Avenue district. It's huge on a whole bunch of levels. First of all, it's giving our senior population who are active the ability to still experience everything that Mill Avenue and the Tempe Town Lake have to offer, which is wonderful. It's also added business and a lot of support for our restaurateurs and shops in the general area, but also it's just adding to the culture of the downtown. We really pride ourselves on diversity and making sure that we have people of all different backgrounds, all different economic levels, living right here in Tempe, especially right here in the downtown, is really big. The fact that this facility that we know by the end of April is going to be over 70% leased, and we're sure probably shortly thereafter is going to be at around 100%, shows what the demand is for a place like this. When you're talking about active living, a community of lifelong learners where learning really is central to the experience, quite honestly, that shows you how visionary the folks who created this were and how successful of a project this is going to be. So that's why we're so excited to have this right in the heart of downtown Tempe.
In 2013, when ASU Enterprise Partners subsidiary, University Realty, was tasked with bringing to life a university-based retirement community at ASU, there were already dozens of other university-based retirement communities in existence in the United States. They embarked on the process of learning from successes and failures and discovered that most of these models failed to achieve a deep level of integration with the university's campus community. None were located on the college campus. University Realty set out to identify a mission-aligned development and operating partner with an excellent reputation for innovation and who could work closely with ASU at every level. University Realty selected Oregon-based nonprofit developer and operator Pacific Retirement Services as the co-developer because of its experience building vibrant retirement lifestyles and its deep commitment to the well-being of all of its residents living in its communities, which included 12 managed life plan communities and 25 affordable housing communities across the country. I'm very pleased to introduce you to Chief Executive Officer of Pacific Retirement Services, Mr. Eric Schulte.
Welcome, founding members. 30 years ago, there was a movie called Field of Dreams that coined the phrase, "If you build it, they will come." Our approach was different. We said, if they come, we will build it. And founding members, you surely came. In record numbers, you showed up and committed your interest in Mirabella at ASU, and it's because of you that this exists. We are excited to welcome you to your home. We are excited to share this experience with you. Mirabella remains rooted in what our organizations and residents value: an incredible place to live, an engaged community, lifelong learning, and memorable moments. Thank you, Mirabella founding members, and thank you, Dr. Crow and Arizona State University, for your commitment to something special.
With the owner-operator partnership well established, Pacific Retirement Services recommended Ankrum Moyson Architects for design because of its vast experience in the senior housing space. Allow me to introduce Michael Great, Managing Design Principal and Director of Design Strategy for Ankrum Moyson Architects.
Thank you for the introduction. On behalf of Ankrum Moyson, thanks again for the opportunity to share a little bit more about this project. The design philosophy behind this Mirabella is experience-driven, rooted in the larger community, and focused on how it can enhance the lives of the people living in the almost 250 homes. An experience which many of you will see firsthand shortly. It provides a high-end, hospitality-focused environment with a heightened level of attention to detail. This provides residents with an experience that is both comforting and timeless. Architecturally, the building is heavily influenced by the local climate. We don't need to explain how hot it is here in Tempe, and as designers, our task was to mitigate this harsh environment and find opportunities where we could. For example, northern outdoor amenities were designed for summer use, and the southern outdoor amenities are designed for winter use. And the building's varied colors are pulled from the desert sunsets and sunrises, while the metal screening is used to mute the intense summer sun. In conclusion, from all of us in Ankrum Moyson to the current and soon-to-be residents of Mirabella ASU, we welcome you home.
McCarthy Building Companies was selected to oversee the construction based on its local experience, particularly with the City of Tempe, and because of its expertise with senior housing projects, healthcare facilities, and high-rise hotels and condominiums, all components planned for the Mirabella at ASU Life Plan community. I'm pleased to introduce you to Chris Nickel, Executive Vice President of McCarthy Building Companies.
Thank you, Lindsay, and thank you to everyone who is joining us today for this highly anticipated celebration. It's a privilege to be part of making this day and welcoming you to Mirabella, your new home on ASU's Tempe campus. I know I speak for everyone at McCarthy and on the construction team that when I say being part of making Mirabella at ASU reality has been an absolute honor. It's not often that 20-story towers are built in our community, and to be able to build a place as special as Mirabella that is changing retirement living forever is just a remarkable feeling. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank our trade partners and the hundreds of craft workers who work tirelessly every day, even during a global pandemic when challenging took on an entirely new meaning. We couldn't have done it without their dedication and commitment to safely working together. The way each of these partners came together to navigate the final stages of construction process demonstrated true teamwork, and we are grateful to each and every one of you. And to our other partners on this project, including Arizona State, Pacific Retirement Services, University Realty, and Ancron Motion Architects, we are grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you. The vision that was set forth through this dynamic collaboration is something we can all be proud of, particularly now that Mirabella's founding members are here with their vibrant energy. Mirabella is becoming the community it was envisioned to be. Welcome home, everyone. Forks up.
Construction for Mirabella at ASU began with a groundbreaking ceremony in February of 2018. That was 3 years ago. Many of the residents who are now moving in were at that milestone event. We want to take a moment to recognize and thank them for their steadfast belief in this vision, for their pioneering spirit, for their collaboration on the design of this community, and for their input on how they envision the next chapter of their lives. I'm pleased to introduce to you two of our founding members, Frank and Judith Wartz, and their dog Foxy, who recently moved from their home in Tempe to their new residence at Mirabella. Welcome, Judith and Frank.
This experience has exceeded my expectations. It is a very vibrant, very world-class facility, every part of it. I still work, so it was important to me to be able to continue doing that. And it is an incredible facility, and the personnel have been nothing but world-class.
For me, just the involvement, not having to find a retirement place somewhere and do nothing. I want to keep involved. I want to keep going to things. Even the classes are so incredible. So just the whole thing is so great for a person like myself that didn't want to just retire in a retirement home somewhere and settle down like that. I'm not ready for that, even though I'm 83.
As the Director of Lifelong University Engagement, I have had the great pleasure of working with the founding members this last year to create campus experiences that are designed with lifelong learners in mind. I had the chance to interact with some of you in person before the COVID-19 restrictions were in place, and I'm grateful we could continue building our vision for campus engagement virtually. Not even a pandemic could stop us from exploring your motivations and aspirations for your lifelong learning journey, getting to know ASU faculty and discovering new areas of scholarship and interdisciplinary research. It didn't stop us from getting you a Sun card, and enrolling 23 of you as guest learners in dozens of ASU classes this semester. Many of you are dabbling in new ways of learning. You're experimenting with iCourses and joining your classmates over Zoom and ASU Sync mode, all of which is likely very different from the college learning experiences you've had before. Characteristic of lifelong learners, you haven't been afraid to jump in, to adapt right along with us, knowing that learning doesn't ever stop. There will always be new challenges to face at every stage of life, new technology and strategies to learn. I have had such great respect for your tenacity and for your willingness to contribute your skills, time, and knowledge to build the foundation of this new model of living and learning. Together, we are transforming higher education by exploring what it means for universities to serve the needs of learners, not just at one point in time, but across a lifetime. Part of the ASU Charter is to measure itself not by whom it excludes, but whom it includes and how they succeed. ASU views you as not only a new kind of campus learner, but as full participants in the ASU community as we advance this mission together. Some of you have forged new roles within the ASU ecosystem to champion student success. Already, in the past year, 15% of you have signed up as mentors in the ASU Mentor Network. A group of you worked with the ASU Public Service Academy to forge a new mentorship program designed specifically for students who aspire to develop cross-sector leadership skills. Some of you served as professional teaching assistants that allowed an instructor to scale a dynamic, hands-on project-based curriculum. Some of you have been guest speakers at a career development lecture series. Some of you helped pilot an intergenerational docent program at the ASU Art Museum. Some of you are serving on a scholarship selection committee, and some of you are even funding new scholarships to advance new ideas and support emerging leaders. This is all before moving in, and despite the challenges we face from COVID-19. It is my great privilege to welcome you and to continue on this journey with you. I know we will have extraordinary examples of lifelong learning and engagement to share in the coming years. ASU faculty and students are also excited to offer you a warm welcome of their own. I'm pleased now to introduce you to ASU Graduate Student Government President, John Oyas, and Dean of the Herberger Institute for Design and the Arts, Dr. Stephen Tepper.
Students are very excited to interact with Mirabella residents because it adds another level of diversity in our student body. And I think, diversity of age just adds that little layer of knowledge and the wealth of knowledge that we can really harness in our educational environment. One of my mentors always say, hey, you're lucky that you don't have to make the mistakes I've had. And I think that's a niche that I have when I have a mentor is that, as they said, I don't have to make the mistakes that they've made. And I will also, add on to the successes that their legacies have. And on behalf of the student body of Arizona State University, I welcome you to the Tempe location.
We are just so excited that you're here. It feels like we've been anticipating and waiting, and now it is real. And Mirabella is your home, right next to our home. But I've thought about this as much more than a home. Mirabella is really an idea. It's the idea that learning is more powerful when it's intergenerational. Our students have worked 10,000 hours to really become extraordinary creative artists and designers. And they deserve to have people with your passion engaging them in their ideas. They're working at the highest levels of excellence. And so to know that you'll be present, participating in our exhibitions, in our design studios, in our performances, in our lectures, in our classrooms, it means the world to our students to have that kind of engaged and passionate interaction. So we welcome you. We are grateful that you're our neighbors. I see a long path ahead for our collaboration, and we just can't wait to get this journey underway.
I am thrilled to turn the time over to Arizona Poet Laureate Alberto Rios, who has prepared an original composition dedicated to you, our ASU lifelong learners. Alberto Rios is a Regents Professor, the Catherine C. Turner Distinguished Chair in English, and the director of the Virginia G. Piper Center for Creative Writing, which will be a popular place on campus for our founding members.
I'm Alberto Rios. I also happen to be Arizona's inaugural Poet Laureate, and I thought this event worthy enough that I wrote a small commemoration. I have a poem for you. It's called New Wild Days. We are moving, carrying everything we have and are. So much tries to stop us. Viruses, heat, age, imagination. But the long-awaited house is finished, and we're ready. We now are the builders of a new home. We have spent a lifetime in the swim of learning, walking the thrilling campus of a full life. We are surrounded now with ourselves, us at every age. We are them, those who who look at us. Each word we speak is 100 in translation. So many languages to learn, so many ways to see the world. Our dance floor steps are no longer painted on the floor. They are the lines connecting the constellations in the sky. We are living the wild, wild quest. X marks the spot is here. The treasure map is all around us. The library is open, and for all the books they've put in, they are asking now that we take them back out. We are the readers who will. All classes are full of information, of connection, of aha. Wonder makes a sound. We are again what we once and always were. We are the new. We are the rememberers and the new kids on the block both. We bring much, hoping to get much, and we will. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Rios. We are honored to receive your tribute to lifelong learning. In fact, the Mirabella at ASU Lifelong Learning Auditorium, located on the first floor of the building, will now be the home of this poem. Outside of the auditorium, the poem will be hung as a reminder of what makes this community unique and the passion for learning that its residents share. Additionally, an excerpt of the poem will be integrated into a new display that honors and recognizes the vision and leadership of each and every one of the founding members of the Mirabella at ASU community. The names of each household will be carved into one of these geometric plaques. Collectively, these plaques represent the building blocks of the community, the foundation upon which we will build the vision for this new learning-centered lifestyle. Just as the vision will evolve as we learn and grow together, the edges of this display are not rigid and prescribed. As partners and co-designers in this unprecedented model of retirement living, we embrace the contributions, ideas, and vision each founding member brings as we look toward the future together. Partners and friends, this concludes our grand opening event for Mirabella at ASU. Thank you all for celebrating this moment with us and for your support as we open this new lifelong learning community. Take care and be well.